Alright guys, we're down here on the show floor of the first day of GamesCom 2009 and I'm lucky enough to be joined by Arnie Mayer, who is the community manager for Uncharted 2. Now Arnie, tell us about Uncharted 2 just for anyone that might not have, crazy enough to not have heard about the game before.
Sure, I mean in brief, Uncharted 2 is it's a story about Nathan Drake, who's sort of a little bit beaten down. If you've seen the first game, he's a little bit more beaten down. He's in a new spot, he's a little rough around the edges, and so he's sort of heard about this mystery that surrounds Marco Polo. Back in the 13th century, he had left the court of China, the court of Kublai Khan, with 13 ships and hundreds of passengers. When he arrived in Persia, he only had one ship and about 8 passengers left. He never talked about what happened to all of those ships, and it finds out that Nathan Drake and sort of his slightly less than truthful colleagues have found a clue that sets him off on an adventure to discover what Marco Polo had discovered. The rumor was that it was he discovered Shambhala and the Chintamani stone, which is a Buddhist wish-fulfilling jewel, a huge sapphire that would be worth millions of dollars today. And they're also pitted against an antagonist, a former war criminal called Zoran Lazarevic, who's after the stone for his own designs as well. So it's a little bit of a race and a cat and mouse game to see who's going to get there first.
Sure. I mean, we saw we were at the Sony event yesterday. We saw the new trailer. It seems to be an incredible amount of set pieces in the game. And can you tell us about some of those?
Sure. I mean, what we really want to do is create this sort of active cinematic experience, and our narrative is very strong, very cinematic as well. And so we want to see how we can complement it as well. And a lot of it's really sort of creating these over-the-top set pieces. Back at E3 with the trailer, where we saw the train coming at Drake, and just sort of every single moment, we're really sort of trying to ratchet up the action and the tension, and sort of really try to have everything fit into this narrative that we put together.
And obviously the game was incredibly well received at E3. You know, lots of games to show awards. How are you and the guys at Naughty Dog kind of coping with the pressure after that?
Well, I think we still have our heads down. We're focused. We're in the home stretch, trying to get our game done. It'll be out a little bit later this year. And we were just really proud to see all the recognition we've got. And really what it's done, it's really made us look forward to releasing the game and see everybody see what they think about it when they have it in their own hands.
I was involved with the multiplayer beta, and I know a lot of other people were. Did you get any useful feedback for the multiplayer in the final game from that?
Absolutely. We got tons of feedback, both from the community. We had a forum set up. We had a lot of people email us. We played a lot of games with everyone in the beta, and we got feedback from them as well in that way. We've done some tweaks and changes based on that feedback. It was really, really helpful. We're going to have another multiplayer demo starting mid-September up until the game's release.
And that will be public?
That'll be public as well. So everyone will be able to join in and try out our multiplayer modes. And you'll be able to see, you know, if you're participating in the previous beta, you'll be able to see sort of some of the changes and improvements we've been able to make due to the feedback.
And one of my favorite modes in the multiplayer was the cooperative, certainly. We're going to see a lot of levels in that mode.
Yeah, definitely. The cooperative mode that you played, it's a loosely based narrative, so there's several other environments that goes into. Back at Comic-Con last month, we debuted Gold Rush, which is a new cooperative mode, and we've got a bunch of other cooperative modes in the works.
Great stuff. Well, Arnie, thank you very much for your time. You can check out more of Uncharted 2 and our Gamescom coverage on GameSpot.com.